So we've got exciting news coming from Square. So if you are a Square shareholder or even just interested in Square, this is definitely for you. Stay tuned till the end. Hope you find some value, and we'd love to hear what you think of this big announcement from Square. So the announcement is that Square announced plans to acquire a company in Australia called Afterpay to strengthen and enable further integration between its seller and Cash App. So for those who don't know Cash App is the super app for finances. You can buy crypto, you can send money to your friends, you can even buy shares, you can do so many things. And they are really showing ambition to grow their international expansion. If you just look at where Square and Cash App is actually hiring people in Europe, in Australia, in where they are actually buying and acquiring businesses, if you look at also the kinds of businesses that they are acquiring, it shows their ambition to diversify their operations and what they do. So looking at this announcement, it's quite unique and exciting. So this is Australian expansion. And for those who haven't heard about Afterpay, it's basically a company that focuses on the concept of buy now and pay later. So Afterpay share price in the past 5 years actually grew by more than 3,700%. So that's just insane. The company has had a great 5 years, great management, and share price run so far. But if you look at the year to date, the share price is actually down a bit, around 3%. But with this announcement, the Afterpay share price went up by around 18%. So some nice returns there for this smaller than Square company in Australia. The market cap for Afterpay is $33 billion at the moment, so it is quite big. And this valuation for the Square acquiring them comes in at around a $39 billion valuation. So it is in common stock. So if we just look at Business Wire, so Business Wire is Berkshire Hathaway company and what they say about this acquisition. So it was quoted in the release of this announcement that Square and Afterpay have a shared purpose. We built our businesses to make the financial system more fair, accessible and exclusive, and Afterpay has built a trusted brand aligned with those principles, said Jack Dorsey, the founder and CEO of Square. And they believe that together they can build and connect their Cash App to their seller ecosystem to deliver even more compelling products and services for the merchants and consumers, putting the power back in their hands. So that's what Square is about. And Square itself had a great run in its share price. For those who's been following FinMeUp since the beginning, you'll know that we were quite bullish on Square since early 2020 when the share price was still around $80. So well done if you invested in Square and saw the amazing returns. Let us know if you did or not. So then if we look further, there's three main points that this acquisition might bring: to enhance both the seller and Cash App ecosystem, to bring added value, differentiation and scale to Afterpay. And they also state there that Afterpay will benefit from Square's large and growing consumer base of more than 70 million annual transactions active on the Cash App customer and millions of sellers. So Cash App is huge and they're growing every day. It's an awesome app from what I've seen and heard so far. If this comes in South Africa where I live, I'd use the app probably. And then lastly, to drive long-term growth with meaningful revenue synergy opportunities. So, Afterpay had a great run the past 5 years. The company is growing fast. It's an interesting concept of, you can buy the product now, but you don't have to worry about payment. So you might even buy more and then pay later. And that's where they make money. So I think this is so getting to the final opinion, I think this is quite a unique and interesting acquisition. So it hasn't gone through yet. It's still in the plans. But if it goes through, I think it's a good move by Square. First of all, to expand internationally, but second of all, to also diversify and get more different segments and operations into their Cash App. So it actually increases the value that they add for the user and also just increases the moat. Acquisitions can sometimes do really well, sometimes not. You'll have to see afterwards. But I like the way, where this is going and where this can go. With the entire ecosystem of the Cash App. So I am invested in Square. I've personally been invested since it was around $50. So I am also biased with this one. But I like this, and we'll have to see how it goes and plays out as time goes on and whether this goes through. What will also happen is that the management will still continue to be there, if I'm not mistaken. So it says there in this letter from Business Wire, the Afterpay's co-founder and co-CEOs will join Square upon completion of the transaction and help lead the Afterpay. Well, basically, in short, they will stay, the co-founders and co-CEOs, and will help Square grow. So, it's great to see that they will stay there. I think this is an opportunity for Square to actually increase their offerings and expand into Australia. Let us know what you think of this. Are you invested in Square or not? So if you are, I'd love to hear what you think of it. If we look at Square's share price, I think so. Their Q2 earnings will be released on Thursday. We can see that the share price moved down a bit when this was announced. So there is a bit of mixed emotions with this from the shareholders. Square is a bit overpriced at this moment, I think, in my opinion. Even though I am invested, I do believe that we could possibly see a short-term downpull, maybe not. But they are releasing their Q2 earnings on Thursday, and I think the Bitcoin revenue might slow down a bit or be lower than expectations. So I won't be too surprised if the share price comes down. But any big weakness, I'll see and possibly add more Square shares to my portfolio. I know Square has also acquired Tidal, which is a music app. So we can really see that, Square is ambitious with the content offerings that they have and also the diversification. And I think they can build a really cool ecosystem across the world. We've seen that they've already did it in America. And now it's looking at their expansion into Europe and Australia and possibly Africa later on. We know Jack Dorsey has ambition for African expansion and Bitcoin. So Square is definitely also a play on crypto to an extent. But also now they are diversifying their operations, which I'm glad to see, because I don't want Square to have all their revenues coming from one place and that's only trading in crypto. It isn't like that, but the majority comes from that. But yeah, overall, I like this move. I think it will work nicely in the Square ecosystem. We'll also have to see whether this goes through. But let us know what you think. I hope you found this interesting and valuable. Let us know if you like this or not, if it's a bad idea or not. Are you invested in Square? Consider liking and subscribing. It will go a long way. My name is Igor from Leon. I work at FinMeUp, and we bring you as much value as we can to your financial journey. Hope you have a great day. Cheers.